Welcome to Spree TV, Channel 2. We are on the campus of Morehead State University here at the 16th Regional Tournament Draw. I'm Stephen Gullett, along with Chris Dickerson. We welcome you aboard here as we announce the tournament draw for both the girls and the boys. And I guess to give you a summary of how this works, there's 4 districts in the 16th region, and each district will give 2 teams. So they have a winner and a runner-up. And so those 2 teams will they end up drawing. The winner there's 2 brackets for the tournament for the boys and the girls. There's a upper bracket and a lower bracket, and if the winner of the district is at the top, the runner-up in that district will be at the bottom. So the only way those 2 teams can meet will be in the championship. So a little bit of process. I guess we'll start with the girls. Everybody wants to know when they're going to play and who they're playing, and we're ready to tell you.
Well, Steve, the first game that'll start on Monday evening at 6:30 will be the Ashland Kittens with a record of 18-10 taking on the Raceland Rams with a record of 19-11. That game will tip at 6:30 in LST Johnson Arena, and it'll be followed 25 minutes after the completion of the first game by the second game of the evening, the East Carter Lady Raiders, the champions of the 62nd District, at 22-9, taking on the Round County Lady Vikings. That'll be the games on Monday evening. On Tuesday evening, we'll come back, have a 6:30 tip for the first game between the champions of the 61st District, the Menifee County Lady Cats with a record of 19-9, will take on the Boyd County Lady Lions with a record of 18-11. And the final game of the opening round that will start on Tuesday evening, 25 minutes after completion of the first game, will be the Russell Red Devils with a record of 23-7 and the number 1 seed out of the 63rd District, taking on the Morgan County Lady Cougars, the number 2 seed out of the 62nd District, with a record of 12-14.
Yep. And these teams, they play during the season to get seedings for that district tournament. They play that district tournament to get to the regional tournament. Now, it's a brand new season. It's a new tournament. One team's got to win 3 games to get to the Sweet 16 to get to Rupp Arena. And that's I think that's every high school player's dream. And it just takes 3 games. And somebody will do that out of those 8 teams. And one of those teams are going to win 3 in a row.
Well, the beauty of this thing and what I enjoy so much about this tournament here in Kentucky is the fact that you can play all season long, no matter what your record is, no matter how you finished. If you win that first district game, you can come to the regional. You win 3 games here, and you go to Rupp Arena to play in the state.
Yep. So in one sense, it's a new season. I think all teams are ready for this. Is what they've been working for. And I don't know if you see any on paper. There's some favorites. But it is a brand new season. It's a brand new, it's records are 0-0 here, but they are some favorites. Who do you think out of the girls here? Who's your top 2-3 teams?
Well, when you look at the upper bracket, I think that most people would say it would have to be Ashland.
Yeah, I think so.
They come in with a record of 18-10, but they're just stacked from top to bottom. In the bottom bracket, I'm looking at Menifee County.
Yep, they're tough.
They come in, they've won 19 games. They're on a roll right now.
Yep.
We'll talk about their statistics a little later, but their team statistics, they lead these regional tournament teams in a lot of categories.
Yep.
So I picked them to come out of the bottom. What
and
about
also on that bottom, you got the defending champion, Russell Red Devils. So they're always going to be a contender. They've been here. They've done that. They know they expect to win. So I think they bring that. So I think Menifee, Russell, in that bottom bracket, you're probably your top 2 teams. And that top team, I think you hit the nail on the head with Ashland Blazer there.
That's a look at the girls' side. What do we do next? We're going to interview coaches and then go to the boys' side after that?
Let's go to a commercial first, and we'll gather and we'll see what we're doing. But we'll be right back. You're watching high school basketball on Spree TV, Channel 2.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezell. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
Welcome back to Spree TV Channel 2. We are on the campus of Morehead State University here at the 16th Region Tournament Draw. We just went over the girls, and now we're going to talk about the boys. Chris, start us off.
The boys will start on Wednesday evening. The first game will tip at 6:30 at LST Johnson Arena. And the first game will be between the Morgan County Cougars, the winners of the 62nd District. They bring a record of 12-14 into that contest, and they'll take on the Russell Red Devils, runners-up out of the 63rd District with a record of 14-13. The nightcap in evening number 1 on Wednesday evening will be the Fleming County Panthers, champions of the 61st District with a record of 21-10. They'll take on the Boyd County Lions, the runners-up in the 64th District with a record of 21-11. Thursday evening will wrap up first-round play in the tournament for the boys. The first game that tips at 6:30, the Ashland Tomcats, champions of the 64th District with a record of 20-7, will take on the Elliott County Lions. Elliott County, the runners-up in the 62nd District, and they bring in a record of 18-7 into that game. And the final game in the opening round of the tournament will be the Raceland Rams, the champions of the 63rd District with a record of 22-8, taking on the Round County Vikings with a record of 15-14 and runners-up in the 61st District.
Yep, and looking at those brackets, you know, again, it's a brand new season. It's 0-0. One of these teams got to win 3 to go to the Sweet 16, playing Rupp Arena. And looking at that top bracket, who you think maybe be the favorite?
I think that the winner of the Fleming and Boyd County game, and I'm going to say Fleming County, is who I'm looking at to come out of the top bracket.
They've been playing really well this season, and they're loaded. I think they're probably the favorites in that top.
Randy Anderson and Boyd County is hotter than a pistol right now, though.
So they had a big win in the championship of their district championship game, and Ashland has to be the favorite on that in that bottom as well.
Ashland has to be the favorite in the bottom.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so you got Morgan Russell, Fleming, Boyd, and then night number 2 for the first round for the boys, you have Ashland taking on Elliott County, Raceland versus Round County in that nightcap of that second night. So we'll be right back. We'll have some interviews with some coaches. We'll have Elliott County head coach Greg Atkins with us to talk some strategy and I guess what his thoughts on this on the draw. And we'll be right back. You're watching high school basketball on Spree TV Channel 2.
The Citizens Bank is a locally owned bank that offers totally free checking for everyone. No hoops, no hassle. With our totally free checking, enjoy banking on the go with mobile banking, mobile deposit, bill pay, and the ability to send money to friends, family, and co-workers instantly with Zelle for free. Call or stop by today at one of our 5 banking centers for more information. The Citizens Bank, member FDIC.
Exciting things are happening at Appalachian Wireless. From amazing deals on the latest smartphones to unbeatable promotions that save you money. There's something for everyone. Whether you're upgrading, switching, or shopping for accessories, stop by to get the latest and greatest in technology. Want to know more? It's easy. Visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com or stop by one of our retail or authorized dealer locations. Appalachian Wireless, where you don't just get great service, you get great savings. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Back here on the campus of Morehead State University, I'm here with the head coach of the Elliott County Lions, Greg Atkins. Greg, we appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes this morning. Want to discuss a little bit about how you got here, the district tournament this week, the 2 games you played, and who we're playing here in the 16th Region Tournament. Let's start out with the 62nd District Tournament. You came in as the runner-up. You played Morgan County last night. To get down here to the region, you beat West Carter in the opening round. West Carter, that was the 4th time you'd beat them this year. and you won by 18 in the 16th Region Class A at Fairview. You won by 9 in your first district seeding game in Sandy Hook, by 12 at West Carter, and you finally beat them by 7 points up here in the opening round of the 62nd District Tournament. But, there's an old saying that it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. You go past that to 4. And how hard is it, the game plan for a team you've played 3 previous times and beat them already, and how hard is it to actually do that in a season?
I just think you've got trust in your kids. I'm a blessed individual. I've got unbelievable kids that are easy coached. They're very hungry. We're still young. We're still very, very young. And at the same time, we've got an unbelievable coaching staff. Guys that's really helped us get prepared for each game. It was good to get past that one. Obviously, we stumbled. We stumbled last night. The first half couldn't get the ball going to the basket. Second half, I thought we made enough runs. Just still didn't get the ball to go in the basket. But I'm proud of my kids. We're happy to be where we're at.
That game last night was a hard-played game. You all fell behind early, and it just seemed like you never could climb the mountain. You got close, especially late in the fourth quarter. But it takes a lot of energy, especially at that setting, when you dig yourself a hole early to come back from that. And a lot of times you can climb the mountain, but when you get to the top, you're exhausted. But you all played a great game. Morgan County was just a better team last night. Looking at the 3 times you played Morgan County, you beat them twice to get there last night. You beat them by 19 back in December in a low-scoring game, 59-40 in West Liberty. You turned around in Sandy Hook in February and beat them 83-75, which was one of your highest-scoring games of the year. So you played them both ways. Last night it went back to a lower-scoring style of game, and that's something that I've not seen a whole lot in Elliott County over the last 10 years, is the ability you have with this group of kids. You can play up-tempo, you can play slow-tempo, you can play physical, you can play fast. How good does that make you feel as a coach, knowing you've got a young group of kids like this that can adapt and play at whatever tempo and speed you need to play?
Chris, kids have really bought in. We just go through experience over the last 10, 15 years, things that we've seen, that we've done. To be a championship team, and obviously we wasn't last night, but to be a championship team, you got to be a chameleon. You got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to adjust to whatever adversity you're facing at the time. Last night, intentionally was not low scoring. We wasn't scoring the ball. We just couldn't get the ball in the basket. Morgan County came out and made some shots early, and like you said, we dug a hole, just never get over the hump.
It was a great game. Your team. And talking about low-scoring defense, your team, and I'm sure you know this, finished 13th in the state of Kentucky in team defense this year, giving up 49 points a game. It's been a long time if you go back and look at the records, rather than the COVID year of 2021. And my records only go back to 2000. But this is the best defensive scoring average team that we've had in Elliott County, 49 points per game. And that's in your coaching career. It's the best defensive scoring average you had. What makes this team so good night in and night out on the defensive level to be able to do that over a season's time?
I think a lot of it goes back to just being dialed in. The kids are very committed. They're committed to the things that we've asked them to do. They're committed to the things that my assistant coaches have asked them to do. They spend a lot of time on the defensive side, just making things difficult. You're never going to stop a team from scoring, but if you can slow them down, you can make things difficult, create low percentage shots. They've done a good job of that, and then I think a big part of it is Tyson Crabtree. When he's grabbing rebounds, we're not giving second chance baskets. Ian Griffith, I could go on and on about our players, but those guys were able to limit to one possession.
Tyson was the next kid I was going to talk about. Him and Ian both. Of course, Ian's been there a long time. Tyson's not, but what a difference Tyson Crabtree has made to your all's team, having that second big body in the middle, and it allows you to play the post game that in the past you've really not played a lot of, but you've got a post game now. And people either defends you on the post, and it leaves you open on the outside for all these sharp-shooting sophomores you've got, or if they come out to defend them, you've got Crabtree and Ian Griffith in the paint.
Oh, 100%. Tyson is over the past 12 months, I don't know if I've seen a kid improve as much as he has with his body. He's really committed to the conditioning. He's committed to the weight room. Obviously spends time in the gym, but those intangibles, his natural athleticism, he's made a huge difference with us.
Your team is the most improved team in the 16th region this year. Your wins, you're up 13 wins from last year. You won 5 games last year. You won 13 this year. You're starting 4 sophomores and a junior. You've got as deep of a bench as I can remember in several years with kids you can bring off the bench that can put in some critical minutes. You've got the pieces in place and a young team to be back down here and be a contender for a few years to come. Oh,
absolutely, absolutely. The one thing we talked about here the past week, 2 weeks, we understand. As sophomores, sometimes you get in your mind, we've got 3 years to get this thing done. That's a mindset we can't have. And I know we got Ashland. I know we're playing the best to start with. That's definitely not a bad place to be. A lot of years that we've won the region, that we played what was perceived to be the best the first round. So I think we got to do it sooner than later. And that's the message we keep preaching to our kids. I know that Lake and the other guys are echoing that. They're talking about that. Ashland's a tall task. They're a good team. They're good for a reason. But I think we got to take advantage of this year while we got it.
That's how I was going to wrap it up with you, to talk just a little bit about Ashland, your first game. But like you said, if you're going to win the tournament, you've got to beat the best team here.
Yes, sir.
You might as well start off with Ashland. You all played them many times. You've beat them several times here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know. You go back to 15, 16, 17. Very seldom did we ever play anybody that you thought was not one of the top teams the first round, second round. So we're just happy to be here. We're happy to have the opportunity. We'll get out there and lay it out and see what happens over 32 minutes.
Greg, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule this morning to sit with us a few minutes. Best of luck to you and Elliott County here in the regional tournament at Morehead.
Chris, thank you for everything that you do, that Skylar does. You guys cover our kids extremely well. I appreciate it all.
We'll be back to Morehead State in 60 seconds, and when we come back, Stephen Gullett will interview the head coach of the Morgan County Lady Cougars, Derek Young. You're watching the 16th Region Selection Show on the campus of Morehead State University on MTTV Channel 2 and Spree TV, and we'll be right back.
At Traditional Bank, we believe better banking starts in our community. Whether we're serving on a board, volunteering for an event, or helping you open an account, we are proud to call Menifee County home. Call our team at 606-768-2145 to connect with your hometown bankers. Traditional Bank. Lead local, serve local. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Go Cats! For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real
We're going to have practice here in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. The middle one.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome back to Spree TV Channel 2. We are on the campus of Morehead State University here, and we are joined with head coach of the Lady Cougars, Derek Young. Appreciate you taking time out to talk with us.
I appreciate you having us.
All right. So looking at the draw here at the 16th Region Tournament, played here on the campus of Morehead State University. You're going to play on, looks like Tuesday night, played the second game. So it'll be 25 minutes after the first game, so roughly 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. It will be on Spree TV Channel 2. Play Russell.
Yeah.
Before we get to talking about Russell and what you know about Russell, let's talk about the Lady Cougars. You've been kind of, I guess, unhealthy this year. You know, so that's finally, I think the last couple of weeks you've been healthy. You had the whole team. So tell us a little bit about the journey to get here.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got a late start to begin with because I got hired October 1.
Yep.
So come in a little late there, and from day one, Emma's, or I guess we've dealt with injuries since day one, but that's part of the process. I mean, you you have to lay on some of your young kids and give them time to develop. And I think 2 or 3 of our young kids have stepped up and got some experience and learned to play that role.
Yep.
So I think that's it. And I think over the last couple weeks, we've got back to more ourselves, and the team chemistry's coming in there.
Yeah, and I think the 2 key injuries, Emma Klinger, she's 6'1".
Yeah,
and rebounding, and roughly at the time when she got hurt, she was 20 points a game.
20 points a game.
And right at 10 points or 10 rebounds a game. So a double there, taking that out of the lineup, that hurts.
Huge.
Yep. And then Gracie Hampton going down with an ankle injury. That's all your ball handling. Great passer. I don't know how many assists she's averaging right now, but she's
I think it's 5 or 6 a game.
Yeah. So that is big at the high school level.
Well, yeah.
So.
Any level, I think that point guard spot is probably one of the most important positions you have, because that's the little coach out there. That's controlling the game for you. That's
your floor
changing
leader.
the pace. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. I guess playing here, it's a little bit different atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's an arena. Some of these, the high schools do have some bigger facilities than others, bigger gyms, but they're still a gym. Here it's an arena. The deception, the depth is a little bit different. Some players like that. Some players don't. It takes a little bit of getting adjustment. First quarter, it's hard. It's short or long on the shots. Some adjust really well. So I guess what's your thoughts on the bigger floor, the wider floor, the longer floor? The seating around is a lot bigger. The sound is different.
For sure.
So how do you think that will affect your team?
Well, I'll say this, compared to my first year doing it, when we had 7 years of never stepping on that floor.
Yeah.
You can tell now, I think our kids have kind of got used to playing more in the arena because they've been there straight 5 years.
Right.
I mean, they have experience on that floor. So I think it's huge. But talking about like any teams that press or run and jump or things like that, makes it more difficult because now you're covering an extra 10 feet on a floor.
Oh, yeah.
And that's big.
Yeah.
That's the difference between stealing something and loose balls. And it just changes the game in general. And the backdrops on the rims are much different, too.
Yeah. And you can't give up on the loose balls because you got extra real estate there to get there on the sidelines and on, so you got to keep playing.
Yeah.
And I guess let's talk a little bit about Russell. What do you know about Russell? And, it's a matchup in the first round, and you got to take it game by game. You got to take it possession by possession. So what do you know about Russell, Lady Red Devils?
Russell's a team that's very disciplined on defense. That's where they make their living, is holding you under that 40-50 mark.
Yeah. And
they play really well on the defensive end. And this year's kind of a rebuilding for their year, but they've had a great year.
Yeah, they have.
And while early in the year they was playing some young kids, they've got more experience now. So I think Russell's has improved over the season. But for me, I like the matchup for what we have. I think we're a good match. I think it's a good first-round game.
Yeah, I think so. And, I think Russell, the Lady Red Devils, they are the defending champions. They won this tournament last year, went to the Sweet 16. But it's a little bit different team, for sure. And but, Coach, we do appreciate you stopping by and talking with us, and we wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate you having me.
All right. You're watching high school basketball on Spree TV, Channel 2.
Join us for the 2025 16th Region Basketball Tournament, live from Morehead State University. We are streaming all 14 games of the girls and boys. Watch either on MTTV or Spree TV Channel 2, or worldwide on our YouTube network. We are your home for regional tournament coverage. We are Spree TV.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezell. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here with the head coach of the Round County Vikings, Sean Thacker. Sean, thanks for stopping by for a few minutes this morning to talk to us. Round County will play the final game of the first round on Thursday evening at approximately 8 o'clock. They'll take on Raceland. And, Coach, let's talk about the 61st District Tournament a little bit before we get into your matchup with Raceland. And you and I was talking here before we come on. I didn't get to see any of the tournament down there. It wasn't broadcast on anything that we could get. In the first game, you beat Bath County, and at Bath County, you didn't have a player in double figures in that game. You won 49-41, but you used a very balanced attack. You had Wyatt Sloan and Grant Rose both had 9 points. Jace Coates and Cameron Cross had 8. Gavin Myers had 7. And how much more does that help you with your game planning when you can go into a game knowing you've got 4 or 5 kids that can score for you? And how much more flexibility does that give you in your offense?
Well, we got some balance in our scoring, and that kind of, we just want to try to get the best shot for us, and what's a really good shot for you, those kind of things, and get ball movement and try to get high percentage, high quality shots, and that kind of keeps people from having to key on one guy. Probably Ingles is the one guy that people concentrate on the most out of all the kids that we have in our arsenal. But we got the ability to get it to the rim a little bit, and when we do shoot it in, that's when we're really dangerous on the offensive end. So we just gotta make sure that we come up with a good game plan going in. The Bath County game definitely was a big game for us. They'd beaten us once, and we had beaten them once, but Coach Perry had done a really good job. I thought they're probably one of the most improved teams from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. They were playing really, really good basketball, and it was a close game, and we were fortunate enough to come out on top.
You played them in Owensville. How much more difficult is it to play a team in the first round of the district on their home floor?
Well, the one thing about our team, we played a really tough non-region schedule, and we only played 2 teams out of that schedule at home. So we've played Breathitt at Breathitt, Nicholas at Nicholas, who won their district the other night. We played a top 5 team in South Carolina. In South Carolina, we played a top 20 team in South Carolina on their home floor while we were down there. So we've played a hard schedule in that non-region schedule. So being on the road, and being in those tough environments, you go to Floyd Central, you go to Pike Central, and it puts you out of region, and you know how that can be. It's tough to be out of region, and and our margin of error is not real high. We can't make a lot of mistakes, and if you don't get any breaks, along the way, it makes life tough when you're on the road. But we had to learn how to handle that and battle through those kind of things. And I think that kind of had us ready to go and be in that situation and be ready to handle it.
You played Fleming County last night. Of course, Fleming County beat you 77-47. You had beat them 2 out of the 3 times you'd faced them in the regular season. And I asked Greg the same thing here earlier. The old saying goes, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. How hard is it to do that, especially when you're trying to game plan and strategize against a good team like Fleming County?
Well, they're really good. And that they have a shot at making a run at it, and they got a lot of kids who can score the ball. Last night I think it was like 33-29, a 4-point game, and then with probably 3 to go in the quarter, and then they go on a run and make I think it was 3 straight threes, and then next thing you know, you look up and it's 41-33, and that's Fleming has that ability, like Ashland and Boyd, to knock down those threes, and all of a sudden you're on a run that it's hard to match. And we had done a good job in the first 3 games and not letting them get on those runs, but last night, we didn't do a good job with the pace of the game, and it kind of got out of hand on us early in the third quarter as well. We got some stops, but we didn't score when we needed to. Some big possessions early in the third to kind of get it back within striking distance, and then once they got that lead, the teams like that, they see the ball go in the basket enough, then they start playing with confidence, and then down in the fourth quarter they got to where they were cherishing the possession, and so they took care of business. So it was a tough night for us, but our kids have been resilient all year. It's kind of been up and down, as far as on going on the road, doing those kind of things. So our kids will bounce back, and we got a day off, a much needed day off today. The coaches will get to work on getting ready for our scout for the regional tournament. But I look for our kids to bounce back and be ready to go on Thursday.
You had a lot of turnover on this team from last year. You lost a lot of kids and a lot of scoring power off that team. I mean, you lost Deshaun Watson, Weston Maxey, Braden Myris. You lost Kobe Wilburn from last year, about 48 points a game. But you have always been known as a head coach to be able to take a group of young and new players like that with not a lot of experience on the varsity level. You mold them and you shape them, and by the time we get to where we're at here the first weekend of March, you're ready to go to the regional tournament. Matter of fact, you've been here at Rowan County 17 years. 16 of those 17 years, you've been in the regional tournament. And of those 16 times advancing to the regional, you've won the district 13 times, and you won the district 8 straight years from 2015 to 2022. So you mold your teams to be ready when this time of the year comes. You've done an outstanding job putting this team together, and you won your last 4 regular season games, so you was coming in hot. How much fun is it to assemble a new group of kids and take a group of kids like this and mold them and shape them and get them ready to where they're hitting on all cylinders, as the old saying goes, as you enter tournament time?
Well, it kind of goes back to your days of being a freshman coach. When I was first starting out at South Laurel, you got a new group of kids every year, and you have to mold that team, and you have to figure out what pieces that you have. I think that's probably one of my strengths is the ability to figure out what I got, and then try to figure out to play to their strengths, and what's going to give us the best chance to win defensively, what's the best chances to give us to win offensively. This team, we've had to tinker a lot. We started out doing one offense and decided that ain't going to work for us. And, so we've had to make changes throughout the year, with our team and trying to identify where our strengths are, and play to those. And then, our kids have done a good job of adapting as we went through things. Last year we graduated 9 seniors, 7 of those got significant minutes, and we'll have to do the same thing next year. We've started 4 and 5 seniors all year long, so next year will be no different. The only thing about next year's team is, we're going to go into next season probably not starting a senior and not playing a senior any significant minutes. So next year will be a 2-year deal. So we'll get the following year. We'll get we'll be like Coach Atkins and some of those where we get our team for the next 2 years. So we get to start out with those kids and have an opportunity. But right now the present is we want to try to get back to that semifinal game and see what we can get done. But Raceland has a really good team. Joe Bryan has done a great job this year. I think he's had a great year coaching, and they got size, they got shooters. A team that we have not played. I don't think we played them since the last time we played them in the regional tournament, probably 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember how long it's been, but it'll be a big challenge for us, and we're going to have to go to work, and the thing about that is they've not played us either, so there'll be some unfamiliarity to that, but we kind of come in as an underdog, so we get to relish that role, and we'll see what we can get done.
Coach, I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule this morning to sit down and talk to us. Best of luck to you in Rowan County against Raceland in the regional tournament.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank
And
you again.
I appreciate everything you guys do. I definitely enjoy any time I get a scout. I was having a scouting game the other day with no audio. It didn't have any commentary or anything. I don't like that. I like listening to you guys and whoever else, Cool Hits and My Town, whoever's carrying the games. I enjoy listening. I grew up in the mountains, so I grew up listening to high school basketball on the radio back in Floyd County with C. Ollie Robinson and all those guys and Kenny Rice when he was a high school student. So I still love listening to games on the radio and or with you guys. So we appreciate what you do to promote high school athletes. I know you guys probably ain't getting rich doing it by any means doing this, but we do appreciate everything you all do.
Coach, we appreciate you. Head coach Sean Thacker of the Round County Vikings. We'll be back in 60 seconds and wrap the interviews up as Stephen Gullett will interview the head coach of the Menifee County Lady Cats, Drew Schwartz. We'll be back to Morehead State University in 60 seconds.
Subscribe to our Spree TV YouTube channel so you don't miss any coverage of the 16th Region Basketball Tournament. Simply scan the QR code on the screen with your phone camera. We are your home for 16th Region Basketball. We are Spree TV.
The Citizens Bank is a locally owned bank that offers totally free checking for everyone. No hoops, no hassle. With our totally free checking, enjoy banking on the go with mobile banking, mobile deposit, bill pay, and the ability to send money to friends, family, and co-workers instantly with Zelle for free. Call or stop by today at one of our 5 banking centers for more information. The Citizens Bank, member FDIC.
Exciting things are happening at Appalachian Wireless. From amazing deals on the latest smartphones to unbeatable promotions that save you money. There's something for everyone. Whether you're upgrading, switching, or shopping for accessories, stop by to get the latest and greatest in technology. Want to know more? It's easy. Visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com or stop by one of our retail or authorized dealer locations. Appalachian Wireless, where you don't just get great service, you get great savings. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to Spree TV Channel 2. We are on the campus of Morehead State University here at the 16th Region Tournament Draw and for the boys and girls. And joining us now is the head coach of the Lady Wildcats from Menifee County, Drew Schwartz. Drew, appreciate you stopping by and talking with us.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you.
Yeah. So congratulations on being the 61st District champion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a battle.
Yeah, it sure was. And I guess throughout the season, I guess what's some highlights that you've had so far up to this point?
So beginning of the season, we set some goals. One of them is 20 wins in the season. We're one away.
Yeah, we're knocking on the door.
Right. Win all A region. We won all A region.
There you go.
Win a district tournament. We've won a district. Next one is win region.
There you go.
So,
and it just takes 3 more games. And, you know, one of these teams are going to win 3 games in a row and go to Rupp Arena and be in the Sweet 16. So I guess your players, you've got some weapons. You got, I guess, 4 players in average double figures. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of rebounding. You got a ball handling. You got passing. You got it all. You got a lot of tools. So I guess speak a little bit about those players and their skill sets.
Yeah, so we do have 4 average and double figures. I think we have more than that that's potential double figure scores. Shaylin Baker has been on a tear, scoring 20-plus, I think 9 out of the last 10 games, something like that. I mean, she's on a tear. Peyton Burgess, she's a double-double. I mean, leads
rebounding machine.
Leads the region in rebounding. She had 24 in the first round against Fleming. It's huge. McKenna Smith. McKenna transferred over from Morgan County and has been a perfect fit for us. I mean, personality-wise, she's from the jump. Personality-wise, her style of play, all that stuff. She's a great kid. I mean, fit in perfect with us.
Yeah, she can play down low. She can play outside. She can. She understands high IQ of the game. Understands how to play.
Right. She's a really good shooter. I mean, our tools are really good. JC Jevedon, kind of like our calm in all the storms. She tells everybody when everybody else is kind of tore up and don't know. I can look at her and tell her what we need to do. Her
and that
her
is a
Andy.
good tool to have on the field, on the floor. So it's a kind of like a coach on the floor, I guess.
Right. So and JC also. I don't know if you guys knew this. She led the state regular season in free throw percentage.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, which is huge.
Yeah.
Really good shooter, handles the ball for us,
Yep.
gets us in our offenses, all that stuff, kind of floor general.
So to have that at the end of the game, have someone that can handle the ball, doesn't get too tore up, stays calm, and goes to the free throw line and knocks them down. And it's something, it's one thing that you expected, but she expects it. She expects to make every single one she shoots.
Yeah, and she is, and then Shaylin Baker is getting there too. First round of district, she was 10 for 10 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Championship game, she was 9 for 10 from the free
Wow.
throw line. So that's huge.
Yeah.
You got Andy Wells. Andy's kind of like our unsung hero. She's played through a ton of injuries throughout her career.
Right.
I mean, and that's not easy. She likes to be kind of in the background and stuff like that, and that's a huge role to play. Good defender, hits shots when we need it.
Yep. Can drive to the basket, get to the paint, and hits that little jumper. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the floater queen. We say that all the time.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So the matchup, you will play Wednesday night or Tuesday night, the first game. That is March the 4th. Your matchup against the Boyd County Lady Lions. You've played them twice this year, so there's not going to be any secrets.
No.
So you played them at home. They beat you there. You beat them at Boyd County.
Yep.
So I guess what do you know about Boyd County?
Yeah, so those two games, both one-possession games at the end. So Boyd County is tough also. They have four players, basically double-digit scores. The last one, I think, is Opel. She averages like 9.7 points a game. But Colin Groves has been a huge surprise. No one saw her coming because she's a 7th grader. It's, Coach Groves' daughter, and she's really good.
Yeah.
Jada Ray, tough. Boyd County will guard you. I mean, they're really physical, all that kind of stuff. They were kind of the surprise in the region for a lot of people, which it's Boyd County. They're always going to be good. So.
Yeah, and they expect to be here. They don't want to just be here. They want to win, and that comes with being from Boyd County. I think Boyd County Ashland has that reputation, and so you definitely will have your hands full. But I think you can handle it. I think LST Johnson Arena. It is an arena, so it's a little bit different than a high school gym. And some of the high schools do have bigger gyms, but this arena, it's an arena. Mm-hmm. And so the floor is a little wider, a little longer. How will that affect your players, you think?
So I think a big advantage for us is our All-A state run. We played in an arena, saw that length of floor. I didn't think the size of the court really affected us much for that. Now shooting, you never know. I mean, we have great shooting games. We have bad shooting games. I don't think the arena is going to affect us a whole lot.
And I think some kids, it takes some adjustment to shooting in there, and some kids just love it. I think with the atmosphere being so big, sometimes the rim's still 10 feet,
right?
But sometimes it looks like it's 9.5 because everything's so big around it, and so it doesn't take as much to get there, and it's a little easier to shoot, and the goal looks a little bigger, and so some players like that. So, and I think the other thing is, the floor is a little bigger, so loose balls. You got more chance to get more loose balls. You can't give up on them.
I think it's a little bit harder to press with the larger court, which I think plays into our favor a little bit. We're not super deep. So, and also one other thing I like is the media timeouts. You get 4 extra timeouts every game, which will be huge for us, I believe.
Yeah. So under 3 minutes at the end of each quarter will be a media timeout. So extra 4 timeouts for the teams to catch your breath, and that's it's a big advantage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Coach, we do appreciate you stopping by, and again, we wish you the best of luck. And I tell you what, I think let's go Lady Wildcats.
Let's go.
All right. We'll be back. Chris will join me, and we'll wrap this up. You're watching high school basketball on Spree TV, Channel 2.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezell. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
The Citizens Bank is a locally owned bank that offers totally free checking for everyone. No hoops, no hassle. With our totally free checking, enjoy banking on the go with mobile banking, mobile deposit, bill pay, and the ability to send money to friends, family, and co-workers instantly with Zelle for free. Call or stop by today at one of our 5 banking centers for more information. The Citizens Bank, member FDIC.
Exciting things are happening at Appalachian Wireless. From amazing deals on the latest smartphones to unbeatable promotions that save you money. There's something for everyone. Whether you're upgrading, switching, or shopping for accessories, stop by to get the latest and greatest in technology. Want to know more? It's easy. Visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com or stop by one of our retail or authorized dealer locations. Appalachian Wireless, where you don't just get great service, you get great savings. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to Spree TV Channel 2. We are on the campus of Morehead State University. Here with I'm Stephen Gullett with Chris Dickerson. We are here at the 16th Region Tournament draw, and the boys and girls tournament being played here on the campus of Morehead State this week, starting on Monday. I guess let's go over the matchups and the times. We'll start with the girls.
Ashland will take on Raceland in the first game on Monday evening. That game will tip at 6:30, and 25 minutes after the completion of that game, game number 2 will have East Carter against Round County. On Tuesday evening, first game that tips at 6:30, Menifee County will take on Boyd County, and then the nightcap, and that'll close out the first round of the girls' game, will be Russell against Morgan County.
All right. And then I guess the boys will tip off on Wednesday, 6:30 tip off. Game 1 will be Morgan County Cougars taking on the Russell Red Devils. Game 2, 25 minutes after that game, roughly around 8 o'clock, we'll have Fleming County versus Boyd County. And then on Thursday, March the 6th, game 1 at 6:30 will be Ashland against Elliott County. Then the nightcap on that first round of this, night 2 or day 2 will be Raceland against Round County. Game 2 around 8 o'clock, 25 minutes after the first game with Ashland and Elliott. I guess, Chris, our local teams we're going to root for, will be Elliott, be Menifee, will be Morgan. And I guess what's your thoughts as we wrap this up?
Well, I mean, let's look at the girls first. Morgan County plays Russell on Tuesday evening, the last game in the girls bracket, in the opening round of the girls bracket. You've got to remember that if you look at head-to-head matchups between these teams this year, Morgan County played Russell. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Russell's first game of the season.
Yep.
It was in West Liberty, and Russell won that game, but only by 4 points, 57-53.
Yep.
And Morgan County actually had a lead in that game for parts of the second half. We did that game, and it came down to one possession in that game, and both of these teams, of course, Mandy Lane's team is young, and they've improved a lot as the years went along, but so has Morgan County.
Yep.
So,
and Morgan County's battled some injuries throughout the season, and now they are healthy now, so they're playing pretty good. I think Morgan County's got a good chance there against Russell.
Anything can happen when it comes down to one game. Anything can happen, and then you look at Menifee County.
Oh yeah.
You and I was talking off the air a little bit about them. I was looking at the statistical categories for the teams that made the 16th region tournament, and all across the board, Menifee County's number one against these teams in a lot of categories.
Oh, yes.
They are a serious contender.
Yep.
So, they've got 4 girls that's averaging double figures. Shaylin Baker leads them with 16 points a game. Peyton Burgess is scoring 13, J.C. Jevitt 12, and McKenna Smith 12. And Peyton Burgess is averaging a double-double for the season. She's pulling down 12.9 rebounds a game.
And any of those girls can give you 25, 30 points a game.
They can.
And, and this, I think playing in the LST Johnson Arena, it sometimes it's a shooter's a gym arena. And I think, you never know. There's going to be somebody who's going to step up and get 30 points a game.
Well, and they've got the best free throw shooter in the state of Kentucky.
There you go. So if it's a tight game at the end, they're going to put the ball in JC's hands, and she's going to go to the free throw line and knock them down.
You look at the boys' side, Morgan County. They play the very first game on Monday evening against Russell. Let me get my notes switched over here.
Good matchup for the Cougars. I think that's probably about as good a draw as they could ask for. Russell's, they're a good team. They're coming up, as a runner-up. So they, it'll be a good matchup for the Cougars.
Well, Morgan County and Russell both, they had losing records during the regular season against the teams that are here at Moorhead. But if you look at the scoring margin and the point differential in those games, Morgan County got outscored by an average of 10 points per game over a 7-game span against these teams. Russell got outscored by 15.5 points per game.
Right.
So, Morgan County's playing good right now. Reese has got this team dialed in. I talked to him a few minutes last night before that game and told him that, it's just been fun watching him this year take that group of kids that he lost all 5 starters from last year.
Well, all their scoring.
And, they come to the end of the year here, and they're really playing good basketball.
They sure are. Fun to watch.
Elliott County, Greg has done a remarkable job. They start 4 sophomores and a junior. This is another team that they played a lot last year as freshmen, but this team won 5 games last year, and they had won only 8 games the last 2 years combined, and they flipped that to 18-7 this year as sophomores.
That's pretty good.
They also had a winning record against these teams in the tournament at 4-3 and averaged outscoring them by almost 4 points per game. Now I know they're playing Ashland. But David played Goliath too, So
you kind of talk about the 16th region tournament. A lot of times you talk about Ashland and Boyd. They're always there, in the championship, and it's between them two a lot of times. But here in the last 10 years, it's Elliott County. Elliott County's been there. So they expect to be there. They just don't want to be here. They want to win this thing. And, Greg's been there several times, so he knows what it takes. With Elliott County, I think they're going to score the basketball. And 100% of the time, offense wins ball games, and they're going to go get up and down the floor. They're going to score, and you just never know.
You never know. I think that they'll be ready to play Ashland. I don't think they'll be intimidated at all by Ashland. And if Ashland gets by Elliott County in the first round, I'm telling you right now, this Raceland and Round County game, head coach Sean Thacker, and Raceland may beat them in the first round, but Round County is always a hard out in this tournament. They're a hard out. And Thacker is as good as they come at getting his team ready, playing good at the right time.
And he's been here, done that, and took teams to the state tournament several times. So he's been here. He knows what it takes.
He certainly has.
All right. Great time of the year. It's, it gives you goosebumps when you start talking about it. Chuck's going to be announcing there at the LST Johnson Arena when he does the announcing the start lineups. Yeah, you just kind of get goosebumps and good atmosphere, and it's exciting time of the year, and this is where everybody plays high school basketball for. This is where they want to be.
My favorite time of the year in sports is watching this tournament here and the excitement that comes with it.
One team is going to win 3 right in a row and go to Rupp Arena, and so it's going to be exciting to watch. And you can see every game here on Spree TV Channel 2, and make sure if you're on MTTV Channel 2 as well or on YouTube. And I guess we've said all we can say, haven't we?
We're ready to play basketball. We'll see you back here at LST Johnson Arena on Monday evening at 6:30.
All right, you're watching high school basketball on Spree TV Channel 2.
Join us for the 2025 16th Region Basketball Tournament, live from Moorhead State University. We are streaming all 14 games of the girls and boys. Watch either on MTTV or Spree TV Channel 2 or worldwide on our YouTube network. We are your home for regional tournament coverage. We are Spree TV. Subscribe to our Spree TV YouTube channel so you don't miss any coverage of the 16th Region Basketball Tournament. Simply scan the QR code on the screen with your phone camera. We are your home for 16th Region Basketball. We are Spree TV.